people, we back with another segment of Prison Chronicles where we give you the raw and uncut of how prison really is. Where we get a group of males and females every week that have done time, and we come together and share our story. And today, I have a few guys with me, and I'm gonna let them introduce themselves. And remember, like and share and subscribe to us. And remember, if you have any male or female that have been to prison, we're gonna have segments where parents get to come tell their stories about how it was when their child was taken away, when kids get to tell their side of the story, spouses and things like that. So if you want to be on the show, hit me up at 501-551-8489. You have another production, Prison Chronicles with cookbook publication. I'm going to let these guys go down the line and introduce themselves and tell you how old they was when they first went to prison and, things like that. Here we go.
Well, my name Dexter Dunn. I was 17 when I first went to prison. I did 22 years. And now I'm out trying to live my life.
My name is Varia, but I go by Nagis. I was like 17 when I went to prison.
My name now Daniels. I go by Bolo. I think I went to prison when I was like 16 or 17, the first time.
How y'all doing? My name is Kevin Brooks. They called me Treyo. I was 17 when I went to prison. I did 23 years.
And how much time you did together, Bolo, all together?
Oh man, 5 years and 9 months, then 8.5, man.
How much you did,
I did the first time I did 4.5, then the second time I did 14, then the third time I did 35 months in the feds. So about 21 years altogether.
Ooh, y'all see that? That's a lot of time. But we finna get this thing cracking, man. Do what we do, man. You know what I'm saying? Bust this thing down. We don't want to just pick nobody. Just, you know what I'm saying, just come out and just tell her how it was your first time going down, you know what I'm saying, how was you scared, your feeling, and you know what I'm saying, I know I already had people that been to prison before, so we already got an idea of what we facing, but we don't really know about the unknown. But if you don't mind, Trail, you can go and pop it
Okay,
out.
well, I was 17 years old when I went to prison, right? So, when you 17 back in that time, this during the time of the 90s, you know what I'm saying? So I guess our mindset really didn't even really know, you know what I'm saying? You just know you finna go to prison, you got some time, but you was 17-year-old. So you thinking like, you know what I'm saying? You're not thinking 5 years from now, you just thinking about tomorrow. So, you can say that you scared, but you're not scared because you coming from a place, a neighborhood that you not been scared in.
Exactly.
You see what I'm saying? So you come into a place at 17, and then you come into where your homeboys at too now. So when you get off the bus at 17, I get off the bus at 17 years old, my homeboys right there like, what's happening? You know what I'm saying? Yeah, do this, do that. And so, you know what I'm saying? You really don't get that scary process. You get that like, okay, this what's happening. And you just kind of like fall in line. And then, you know what I'm saying, to be blessed to have a homeboys that maybe can tell you what's going on and kind of just guide you the right way. You know what I'm saying? So, that's how it was with me, you know what I'm talking about? So it wasn't like I was just scared, it was just more or less like, okay, I'm here.
I think another word to me, another word instead of synonym for being scared would probably be respect.
Respect,
you know what I'm saying?
right.
Because it ain't that a dude went down there shaky or whatever.
Right.
You weak, you beat.
And just far as just trying to just know you here right now. You know what I'm saying? Now you living because you still living. And your mindset is still where you come from the streets at this time. It ain't like, you 17-year-old, they got you in prison. So you like, you thinking like the streets, what you was doing in the streets mainly. You know what I'm saying? So your lifestyle is mainly still going towards that. And, as a 17-year-old, you live and you learn. You just living and learning in prison.
Somebody asked me last night, they said, somebody told me last night, you know what I'm saying, after looking at the Prison Chronicle episode that we released last night, they told me, well, it looked like you enjoyed prison. Like you had fun. We was living. Once you learn how to live in there, it was fun, period. Then you got a group of people like us, you know what I'm saying? We got the sports, and I explained everything to them. Everything out here is in there except planes, trains, and boats.
Right.
It's the only difference, man. But
See, it's crazy because, okay, you get locked up, you in the county jail, you sitting in the county jail for a while. You waiting on, you waiting to get your, for the bus to come get you to take you to diagnostic. You get the diagnostic, everything ends at diagnostic. All the playing, all the fun, all the games, it stopped right there because when they get there, the first thing they tell you 16, 17, 17, 17, 17, I'm 17. You get there, the first thing they tell you is, well, you finna go to gladiator school. So in your mind, you're like, damn, gladiator school. So now your mind is prepared to combat everything that's in your way. Right. You know what I'm saying? So You get the warning, like you say, you get the warning. Like my brother was locked up before me, so I get the warning. As soon as I get the warning, a dude come to me in the laundry like, "Hey, bro, we been waiting on you." I'm like, "I don't know you. How the hell you know? What you mean you been waiting on me?" "Oh man, you Shock G little brother." "Yeah, that's my, that's my big brother." "Oh man, you finna. They done told me what barracks I'm going in. All this shit. I don't even know none of this. The police don't even know. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, there's Shock on my shirt right here. You know what I'm saying?
What did it say? Free Shock
Yeah,
G?
free Shock G.
Free Shock G, man.
He'll be out in February.
For sure.
But it's like once you get there, all that timidness of, damn, what's going on in the prison, you know what I'm saying? All that, it goes out the door because as soon as you go through the door, your mind is on gladiator school. You done already built your mind to be combative. So now it's, how do I gain my respect? You know what I'm saying? How do I put myself on a platform to where, niggas, whoever, don't come at me in no foul manner. Right. So now your mind on, shit, I'm gonna make a demonstration out of somebody. I don't care who it is. I just gotta let people know that I don't go, period.
For sure. You
know what I'm saying? And so once you establish that, then you get to, go about doing your time however you choose to do your time.
What lane you choose?
You know what I'm saying? If this the lane that you're gonna rock in, then that's the lane that you're gonna rock in. If this the lane you're gonna rock in, that's the lane that you're gonna rock in, and you go on do your time. You know what I'm saying? But prison don't rehabilitate nobody. Rehabilitation come from the mind itself. You know what I'm saying? Like, they warehouse us. I went from Newport to Malvern. Me and you left Newport, bam, we be up at Malvern. We go from Vaughan, and when they first get there, we get to Newport, man, we didn't know what was going on.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
What they say about Vaughan was the gladiator camp, Newport.
Man, they could talk all they can do all they talk about Vaughan and this, Vaughan. Man, when we got to Newport, all of us was there. We got there, we 17 years old. They done already told the prison system itself, Wackenhut, that we gonna send y'all the worst of the worst and see if y'all can handle them. We get there, they done everything they could to calm us down because our minds was young. You know what I'm saying? Video games, they tried getting it to us, it didn't work. You know what I'm saying? Then the first thing I do, we get there, we went straight to 2D. You know what I'm saying? Now they done labeled, you was in there too, Vita. They done labeled this barracks death row, cause ain't nobody up in there with under 20 years. If you got under 20 years, you ain't even got no business being in there.
25 and under,
24 and under. Yeah. So everybody there was kids, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, they moved up.
Yeah, it was, you know what I'm saying? It was out of control.
I think when I first went, I took it as a joke because everybody, all my friends went to prison, came out, and they was telling me, man, it ain't nothing. So I got that in my mind. So when they said I'm going, it was like, oh, forget it. My homeboys down there. So when I first went down there, we had to stand on the wall at Tucker. And I saw a young man get stabbed in the eye. Now I went from taking it as a joke to, oh my God. Is this
your first day? You talking about
my first day?
Like it's real.
They standing on the bars. They got open barriers. They standing on the bars, and somebody get into it. I see somebody stab a dude in his face right here, in his eye. I said, man, that's for real? Are we tripping? So now I'm a little bit more cautious now. Then when I get in the kitchen, I had some people surrounding me, telling me, what's up? Now you want to sit trip to see where I'm at. So I'm like, oh my God. Then like you, man, somebody came to me and said, man, your brother Boosie told me to holler at you. Now I felt a little bit more ease. And dude said, man, you can get that look off your face. And from that point on, I started looking at it a little bit more serious.
What was the look he was saying, get off your face?
Like confused, scared, I'm with it, but I hope I don't have to be with it. But I'm with it, but please don't make me be with it because I don't want to be with it. But since I'm here, hey, I'm going to try my best to be with trying to go home. But then I got into the crowd and, oh man, here you go, bootleg, weed, you know what I'm saying? So I forgot all about, I need to come in here and go out. See, all the dudes that told me about it, they was going in and out. They was telling me about everything around them, but they wasn't telling me about, they was going there being straight and coming back out. So they gave me the bullshit, and I ran with the bullshit. And I was supposed to went up for the board like in 3 years. I did 5 years before I seen the board. I forgot about I'm trying to go home. I got caught up in that atmosphere, man. So it was kind of odd for me, man. But I woke up real quick though.
I mean, it work quick. 5 years. That ain't quick.
To me, it was.
Then you just had to do 3. Well, tell us about you, Vital.
Man, it's crazy because I sit here and listen to my brothers talk, man. Man, my struggle started way before prison, you know what I'm saying? But I look at what transpired to get me to prison and how when I got there, like Trail said, the only part I can say about a movie that was real in prison is like, I don't know if y'all watch American Me. Yeah. When they came to prison, they homeboys right there to get them what you call a care package. So when I got to prison, you know what I'm saying, I had 7 of my homeboys there, you know what I'm saying, which I was, thank God, I was blessed to have somebody that already had my stuff. But they had shoes and stuff to give you, shower shoes, T-shirts, whatever you wanted. They gave it to you. I had it already, so I told them to give it to the guy that didn't have it. But like you said, I stayed at Varna for a little while, and it was crazy because I was so aggressive to the point where I was looking for the first individual I can go ahead and make my name known, where I can go and get out of the way, where I can go and punish the first motherfucker and be just through with it, you know what I'm saying? Cause I know when I lay the first demonstration, I ain't got to worry about no more problems. So it never really presented itself to later on down the line, but the first thing that really tripped me out about prison, the people that you go to prison with, I used to analyze, and I like the people that was on the bus, and I was like, man, he got problems, they're gonna have some problems immediately when they get there. And there was this dude that was there, he was kind of slow. And the first night in prison, man, I woke up to use the bathroom, and I see men in the bathroom making another man shave his legs. And I'm like, I just use the bathroom, I can get on down, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, man, this shit crazy. But I was just so defensive. And later on down the line, I moved to this barracks, because they moved us. When they moved me to this barracks, it's a lot of Helltown dudes now. West Helena, they call them Helltown, they West Helena. But my rack was downstairs, where all them was in on the back wall. But everybody from Little Rock was upstairs. But I don't give a goddamn going where my motherfucking rack is, because I was like, I want to follow the rules, I don't want to get caught up in right. This and that. Right. So I like, man, I gotta get up on my motherfucking rack. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna give a goddamn, my home was upstairs or not. I'm sleeping down here on this motherfucking wall right here. So, some of the homies like Michael Walker, they all come out, hey man, he want his rack, man. And I was like, you ain't gotta keep telling him. But dude gave my rack, but eventually I went upstairs and was up there. But to make a long story short, you know what I'm saying, prison the first time, like, it was like too much like the streets, you know, it was everything a dude in the street he did in prison, so I really didn't learn nothing the first time I went to prison, you know what I'm saying, because I basically got away with everything I did wrong in there when I was doing on the street, I got away with it. You know what I'm saying? But when I was in prison, I asked some of the guys how much time you got. And dude like, I got 40 years. I'm like, damn, 40. I said, well, I said, boy, I wouldn't even know how to do no time like that. You know, once I got out of prison, I get out and I end up shooting for people and go on a run and go back to prison. I got a 40-year sentence now. And I'm asking myself, how am I gonna do this time? You know what I'm saying? I went in there and I was blessed and fortunate to have a wife, you know what I'm saying, that I met. It was crazy, I met my wife in county jail, you know what I'm saying? And we got married and everything. She did 8 years with me, but she died August 38. But my time, the whole 40 years, man, God bless me, man, why I didn't have to hurt one for nothing the whole 14 years I was in prison, you know what I'm saying? But I took it serious because now I'm seeing people die in my life that was important to me, like my father, my wife, one of my brothers, you know what I'm saying? So I realized that, man, this is serious, man. You losing people that you can't even grieve. You can't even grieve in this situation here because you're in prison. Right. You ain't got time to grieve about nothing.
To any one of y'all can feel free to answer this. What you think was your most challenging memory in prison? You know what I'm saying? The most hardest thing on you, period.
That happened while I was in prison.
Yeah.
The most challenging things I can say that happened to me while I was in prison was really actually losing my granny. You know what I'm saying? And to get locked up at a young age, to be, like you say, 17 years old. And see, my granny died like in 2003, I want to say it was. No, it had to be like 2013. I take that back, I'm sorry. I think she had died in 2013, if I'm not mistaken. So, you know, my granny's one of, you know what I'm saying, like always been in my life. I got my whole family has been there. Let me say that right there. But, you know, granny is
That's
granny.
granny.
You know what I'm saying? And not to be able to get back out to be with my granny. Now that was one of the most challenging things right there. And not to be able, even though I got to come home to the funeral and everything, but I still was able to just fully grieve and be like, you know what I'm saying? Because I'm only here for a minute. I'm in shackles. You know what I'm saying? Even though I was blessed to have a police officer that brought me back, that wasn't tripping or trying to make it be hard on me. He just really got in the shadows. But it still got that clock over your head that's saying you got to go back. You got to go back. You know what I'm saying? So that was the most challenging thing for me, just dealing with that right there. I was blessed to do 23 years, and I'm not saying it was easy, but you know what I'm saying? I really just thinking back on it, just can't say that I had too many hard days. And you might not understand that, but that's due to God and a wonderful family. You know what I'm saying?
Right. That's the support
system was like the most amazing thing that I can have to get me back out here to society right now and do what I need to do. You know what I'm saying? You might look at my prison jacket and say, hey, this guy gonna get back out here and do this. But that was just an avenue I had to do while I was in prison, you know what I'm saying, to make that time as easy as we could, you know what I'm saying?
Hey, out of all the stuff we were doing in prison, y'all, like, I'm gonna let you, if you want to speak on what he just answered to, but like, you know, you just spoke on something about things you had to do, and people can be like, he gonna do this when he get out. Do y'all think that, was it easy for y'all, like, look at all the hustling and stuff we was doing down there? I'm talking about, we did big boy hustling and stuff. And do y'all think it was so easy? I mean, like, for instance, the prison mentality that we adapt to in there, was it either for y'all to just shut it off, bam, bam, you granted parole, bam, you going home tomorrow? Was it easy for you to shut off what you had been doing for 23 years and, you know, tomorrow?
Really, honestly, it's easier than what people think.
For sure.
Well, I can't speak for nobody else. I can only speak for myself. Like, one of the most harmful things that I ever endured in prison, bro, was my mama having a stroke. Like, she had a stroke. My sister them didn't even know how to tell me. So I'm down there at Durhamite, and I call home. My mama, she like, Dexter, I got something I need to tell you. You know what I'm saying? She done had a stroke 3 weeks prior, before I even know it. So I go out on visitation, and man, all y'all have seen my mama come to visitation. My mama come to visitation, walk out there, you know what I'm saying? Hey, how you doing? How you doing? You know what I'm saying? The whole nine. So I get out there, and my mama on a walker. So I'm like, damn, what the hell? You know, is her back messed up? You know what I'm saying? Like, what's going on? Man, my mama get there and then tell me she had a stroke. I felt so hopeless. It's the first time I was ever in prison and actually felt hopeless because there was nothing I could do. It was nothing I could say. You know what I'm saying? All I could do was just sit there and cry. So I got to think about all the time I've done, and she done been there. That really made me realize, well, damn, God will take somebody and I'll be stuck behind these bars and there's nothing that I can do about it. So even though after that, I still done what I did to try to make my stay there more comfortable, but my mind frame was when I leave prison, I'm leaving all that behind because I got to start new because I don't want to get out and be caught up in that mentality and lose something that I can't get back. You know what I'm saying? It's just by the grace of God, man, I got 14 sisters and brothers, you know what I'm saying? 15 to be exact, and ain't none of them gone. All of them here.
Speaking on what you just said about when you found out your mama had a stroke 3 weeks later, in the course of y'all time, because I'm sure y'all, you know how your families out here think they protecting you by not telling you stuff in there. Say, man, y'all cut that out, man. Tell them people in there what's going on out here, man.
For real.
So by the time we found out, we mad. No, we can't even have no.
Right.
See, they do that because they feel like, well, he already or she already doing time. I don't want to put that burden on them. But let me handle it, opposed to holding it from me.
Yeah, don't
you know
handle
what I'm
it
saying?
With anger now.
You know, because see, now when I find out, now I'm super pissed off at everybody.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Why come didn't nobody, you know, why you didn't tell me this? Why you didn't tell me that? I want to know now why you didn't tell me. And the only thing you can tell me is, well, I didn't want to make it hard on you in there. God damn it, it's already hard in here.
You can't make
You know
it
what I'm
no
saying?
easy.
You can't make it no easy. You're telling me when to get up. You're telling me I can't go to rec because it's raining outside. It's already hard.
But I seen on that note there where they family members' intention is to try to help you, but I done seen it where they didn't tell their family member during time something, and when they did finally tell them, they snapped. I'm talking about went on a real spree. But as for me, my first I got two realities. I went to prison for protecting somebody else. And they said, man, I got you when you go down there. And I never heard from them. When that reality kicked in, my loyalty caused me to come to prison. That kind of made me look at, that's when I started growing up and started staying away from a lot of people that say they gonna do something and don't. But my second time is when I got paralyzed. When I was laying in UAMS ICU, man, and I said, I'd never be able to chase after my son. I can't stand up on my own and hug my mom. That's what made me say, hey, I'm through with everything. And start looking at, if I'm not gonna do right in here to get out, I know I ain't gonna do right when I get out. I put that concept in my head. And that's what helped me on my second bid.
One of my most hardest was like when I first went down, my brother, everybody, we all came down at the same age. We deep, we had Varner in the big showers and stuff. So, at the time, saying we vice lord, we got into it with, it ain't that you beefing cause it's vice lord and folks, but you always get one dude, one dude that just trip all cause he got riders behind him, whatever. So then, one thing about it, like when opposition get into it, folk and vice lord, blood, crip get into it, the war different from probably different from a hometown beef, but you taking showers and stuff like that, to the point where if I'm in the shower, me and a group of guys, we in the shower, we taking showers and things like that, you ain't turning your back, but at the same time you can. But at the same time, cause you got a group of guys out here standing with tones on it, you got dudes probably don't even know what's happening. They thinking like, dang, why them dudes just standing there watching us, man? They thinking they just wasn't all players, they got our back, we protected. So once we wash up, dry off all that, switch our clothes, we hold the shanks and all that stuff there. And you can call it dick washing, whatever, we have to watch, and these your brothers. We gotta watch our people, make sure nobody don't try to get them while they in the shower, we all strapped and things like that. But them probably my most hardest shit because at the same time, you gonna endure your fights and stuff,
Right,
that stuff gonna occur. But just the hardest moment there when you just not, just not knowing whether you're gonna be stabbed in the shower or not due to what you represent. That was probably my hardship there. Yeah,
I agree with that.
Man, to me, all that shit was hard. Like being locked up, period, that was hard. Being away from your family, being not able to eat and do what you want to do, that was hard totally for me. I never got comfortable with that shit in there. But the most important thing I thank God for, man, because a lot of people can't endure the shit that some of us have endured. Man, my mind was never in that motherfucker. I always had a mind that was free to do what I want to do. My body was in there, yeah, because the physical body gonna endure this because it got to be there. But your mind was able to go anywhere it want to go. So I always kept my mind free. I never got caught up in the environment, man, you know what I'm saying? And let the environment dictate my thoughts and moves, what I had to do. I never want to be a part when they call chow call. I'm gonna go out the goddamn door when they call chow call, everybody like some horse. I'm gonna go and I wanna go out this motherfucker. They don't open it, fuck it. And that's how I was really, you know what I'm saying? And I learned it's good sometimes to be the last motherfucker out that door. Cause I done seen people go out that door and get fucked up when they go out that door, you know what I'm saying? So I got to see what's going on. But to me, man, just being real about prison, man, it's not a place for a real man, man. Real men stay free, you know what I'm saying, and elevate, man. It's sad, because it took a long time for me to realize where I really need to be at. And it wasn't because I wanted to be locked up, it was just some poor decision making. You know what I'm saying? But that was just the life that came, what a dude was doing. And I became more addicted to, I was addicted to the streets like a crackhead addicted to crack. I was devoted to it, like he said, but guess what? It didn't take me long to realize I ain't had no motherfucking real homeboys, no friends, man. I felt like I was more real than what I was a part of because I started seeing the flaws within my own organization. And every organization got those flaws. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like if I'm standing firm on something and they ain't, what the fuck am I gonna be a part of it for? I might as well stand on my own. I feel like I've been a gangster. I didn't have to become a gangster. I've been one of them. It was already in me. So I just, my biggest challenge to me was just being locked up. It was just fucked up, man. Not being able to be around a woman, being around a bunch of dudes holding facades, some gay, some lying. He doing this, he doing that. When when you sit back and really look at it, you see the fakeness and the bullshit right before you every day. So I got tired of doing that shit. That was painful for me to be around that. And when it really got serious, my last trip in prison, I really realized how serious it was. And that was in federal prison. It was a different ball game. because I see how the society, like he was saying about how the whites be judged this way and we be judged that way. Man, you got folks in federal prison right now that they already did time in the state, but the feds make you do time for the same crime again. That's double jeopardy. But it's designed to keep us in there like that. I mean, I got brothers right now that got charges pending. They just did time for this gun in the state, but now the feds trying to charge them for the same goddamn crime. That's double jeopardy. Yeah, for real. So, man, this shit bigger than prison. This shit, I'm talking about what these white folks doing to us. How they sit here and like the guy said, they make laws strictly for us to fuck us off. You know what I'm saying? Ain't nowhere in the world man supposed to go do time in state prison. But then as soon as you get out, the federal pick it up. The same gun charge you just did 10 years for, or 8 years, however you did, they pick it up. Now they trying to make you do 15. They trying to career you out because of something you already did time for. Like they said, man, they make laws to fuck us off, but they make laws to help them. You know what I'm saying? When really actually these laws, these the motherfuckers supposed to be in them cages doing this motherfucking time. All the laws they breaking and stealing and doing the shit they doing, you know what I'm saying? That's what people don't talk about, how the white man is. You know what I'm saying? How the administration is inside of these correctional facilities. How they falsify documents to keep you in prison longer because they mad because they can't catch you doing what you're doing. Or they ship you over here, or they ship you over there, you know what I'm saying? That's the shit, man, that people don't put their eye on. You in a very crooked system. And it just show you one world, we seeing it in prison, but it's bigger than prison. They doing it out here. Just like it was crooked cops in prison, it's crooked cops out here. They plant dope on people every day, harass you when they see you, pulling you over every time they see the car you in, you got to change up car. But you know, it comes with the lifestyle that we live, you know what I'm saying? So man, it just, for me, man, my biggest challenge, man, was just being locked up, period, man.
Thanks for waiting, and we're back with another segment of Prison Chronicles. And remember to like and share and subscribe. And if you have any questions, you can call 501-551-849. We're gonna start back with this here. We was asked a question by a lady, and she wants to know why men change up so quick. Why y'all play with good women harder than fuck with her man? How does a man raised in prison know the definition of love? Do they know what real love is? Anybody want to answer that question first?
First of all, she tripping. You know, that's Miss, who it is, Lucy Garcia, you tripping. Reason why you tripping is a man gonna show you who he is if he a real man. Now, if you take that and spin that into a fairy tale of what you want, you know, that's something totally different. You say, why y'all play with good women hard and fuck with her mind? You know, how does a man raised in prison know the definition of love? You act as if our minds was trapped when we was in prison. Like Vita said, it was our bodies that was in prison. You know what I'm saying? Our minds was constantly away from whatever that situation was. You know what I'm saying? We had ourselves prepared to deal with whatever we had to go through on a day-to-day basis, but that was a day-to-day basis. That became like breathing. We know we got to get up. We know we got to go to work. We know we got to go to child. All that stuff cool. But when it comes to dealing with a woman that we was dealing with, you know what I'm saying, out there in the streets, I could say y'all played more games than we did because y'all telling us one thing while we in prison. You may come down there and visit, you may not, but the whole time you out here fucking another dude. That's not loyalty.
Multiple.
You know what I'm saying? Maybe 2, 3 more dudes. You know what I'm saying?
Multiple dudes.
You know, but you telling me, oh, I love you and I'm gonna stand by you. It's not about the money because I get money anyway.
And then it's cause and effect. You asking, why do men do this? Why? It's a cause and effect.
Why
are you doing?
Why do women do it out here in the streets? Tell a dude that they single the whole time they got a guy. You know what I'm saying? Well, he ain't my boyfriend. He just come around. What you mean he just come around? He ain't just coming around for nothing. He ain't just coming around to see you. He coming around trying to be with you. But you tell another dude, well, I don't have a guy. Put a dude in a real awkward situation. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, one thing I learned here, I don't care whether a dude what type of adjective he used to describe himself, whether it's player, pimp, mac, whatever, man, he can't do nothing without the participation of that woman. If she say no, he can't do nothing unless he gonna take it and be right back on it.
Right. Like I say, dealing with that, I say is, far as Miss Lucy, you know what I'm saying? You can't just sit up here and say, like you said, how does a man raised in prison, like he don't know how to love? Love is something every human know how it does, right? So we're gonna speak on relationship point of view now. It can go both ways. Now, I don't know your situation, but you know, like he was saying, you know what I'm saying? Women out here, we in there, right? So you know, the human nature, naturally, you know what I'm saying, you're gonna get lonely. You know what I'm saying? And you might have good intentions, right? You with this man, he locked up, and let's say a guy like me did 23 years, right? So you think you're gonna go 23 years and just by yourself out here with me? You know what I'm saying? And that's not to say that if you did do it, if you didn't, it just say that you are human. You know what I'm saying? And you might do have feelings for me and you do love me. You know what I'm saying? But sometimes by me not being there in them moments that you need, you might have a friend.
And we ain't tripping though.
And just to say that, you know what I'm saying? And I'm not scorn or be mad and be
Yeah,
like,
we ain't
hey,
tripping.
you know what I'm saying? Why Lucy? Why y'all out here doing that? I ain't saying that. You know what I'm saying? But all I'm saying is just don't have your heart so cold. You know what I'm saying? You was in a situation that might didn't work out. You know what I'm saying? It ain't to say that everybody's playing with you, because the same thing a man that you saying doing in prison, he can do that out here. He ain't never been in prison.
Exactly.
So don't categorize no
It's just because you're in prison.
where I been
right.
in my life, you know what I'm saying, to say that, well, why we doing this or why we doing that? Because they can go on the flip side too. We can do that all day. That just say the situation didn't work, and that's just be grown ups about it, and let's move on with your life. And I'm hoping for you the best, you hear me?
Well, I'm gonna drop this jewel on
I'm hoping for the best for you, you hear me?
Miss Lucy.
Talk to me.
I appreciate that,
Two
bro.
thumbs up.
Miss Lucy, I'm gonna drop this jewel on you. First of all, I'm gonna talk about love. You say, how can somebody grew up in prison know something about love? Hey, ever since I met this guy, and this guy, it ain't been nothing but love. Me and this guy done cried at nights. Me and this guy done have one pack of Roman noodles, and he said, man, we can split it. That's love. You can't go get $5 from your cousin next door that you say love you. So then next, as far as a relationship, why you gonna go to a used car lot to get a brand new car? See, you saying we playing tricks, playing games with women's mind. You playing games, sound like you're playing with no disrespect. You playing games with your own self and your own mind. Why is the individual going, all these successful, focused, grounded men out here, why is a woman going to prison to look for a relationship?
You know what they say.
Yeah, wherever you go shopping
Preach.
at, that's what you're gonna get now.
Preach.
All the good men locked up.
All the good men, that's
You know
what they
I'm
say.
saying? So it's when you trying to build a relationship, do you take the time out and say, this is what you want? See, when you go order a burger, you say, I want lettuce, tomatoes, pickles, and onions. If they give you a fish sandwich, you're gonna give it back. See, when you met that dude and started corresponding with that guy, did you lay all that down? And then you gotta understand, some of us was locked up for robbery, murder, selling drugs, rape, pedophile, stealing, breaking in houses. So is there any honesty in there? Think about where you going to shop at, you know? And it's not just the next person. Sometimes we gotta take a look at what part did I play in. See, are you telling somebody what you want, or you just because there's some sharp spitting, pen, letter writing, you know what I'm saying, people locked up. I'm serious. You got people down there that's for money laundering millions of dollars. If they can talk these white folks out of $1 million, they can talk you out of, you know what I'm saying? And plus, I'm gonna end it on this note. I can't do nothing to you unless you let me do it.
This is what I got for you, Miss Lucy. You talking about you hurt and how can a man in prison know about love? I had a woman do my last 6 years with me in prison. I'm talking about she burnt the highway down every week, kept $300-400 in my books at all times. But guess what she was doing? She was out fucking. Had her ex-husband in the house with her. I come home on furlough for 5 days unsupervised. And I see clothes in the closet that ain't mine. But you know what I did? I said, if she's stupid enough to take care of me for 6 years, want to play, let her play. And I'm gonna play too. But I'm just gonna play in a different way. You know what I'm saying? So I just played like she played. Now don't get me wrong, it made me think that how can a woman take care of man and be devoted for man for 6 years, but at the same time have other things going on in the world? To me, she got to be crazy because you voting your time, your money, your energy, and everything to a man that's incarcerated, but you go right out to society and you doing your thing. That's what a lot of women do. I'm not saying all women are bad, but you got some women out here, like you said, it's just natural. They just like to do what they do. That's like, I can't understand how a woman can goddamn me break up with one man and have another man in the house the next day. What type of woman is that? That ain't love, that's a hoe. So you got different type of things that go on in society with women and men. You got some men that's real and can be faithful to be one woman. You got some women that can be faithful, and you got some that can't be faithful. It's not about that a person don't know about love. It's what a person choose to do and who they choose to love. You can love me, but fuck Rob or Joe. You know what I'm saying? So it ain't just about what a man don't know, because we know how to love too. Just because we're incarcerated, that don't mean we don't know how to love.
Man, love is an emotion, bro.
That's
it
all it is.
fluctuates.
It just tripped me how women can say they love you and they want to be with you.
Okay,
but
so
here it is, you break up with her
okay,
and she
so
fucking another nigga in 24 hours.
How can,
24? You didn't give it 6
you know what I'm
months.
saying? How can you tell me you love me and you can't tell me 10 things about me?
You heard me?
You know what I'm saying? You know my birthday, true enough. That's because I told you. You know my name, you know where I come from, you met my family, but you don't know none of my characteristics. So how you gonna tell me that you love me?
So
I can give a
please.
damn about your love.
So
You
tell-
can keep all that.
So tell Lucy, please, answer that
Where is
question
your,
for
you know,
us.
where is your loyalty at? You know what I'm saying? Loyalty ain't nothing that fluctuates. It's every day. It's every second, every minute, every hour of every day. You wake up every morning and I'm loyal to her.
Big bro,
You know
but
what I'm saying?
You do know that everybody's definition of love is different.
Guaranteed.
If I pay
Guaranteed.
all your bills, buy you any and everything you want, or say, that woman can say, well, that's love.
To her, yeah, because all that shit free.
I can beat
You know
your
what I'm
ass every
You know?
night I come home, and some women will say,
He love me. Real talk.
It's just like you say, it's just on the person.
It's all
that
about
person.
the person, man.
Well, I hope we was able to answer the young lady's question. We gonna change the game and go with this route, cause y'all know we all know it's Christmas next year, and y'all already know Christmas time in prison what they do to us. I don't care if I'm talking about you to kill 100 dudes. I'm talking about you to rape 50 women. I don't care where your heart at. When Christmas time come along, right now in prison, it's the most solemn time of the year. And you know. And I think the organizations and companies and things I heard that are literally sending care packages down to the prisons through the chapels and all these services there, because y'all just don't know what that do to a person there, because you know, for years we used to get $5 a year, then it went to $6 a year, and I think if I ain't mistaken, I think it's $7 now, $7 or $8 now. You go all year long with nothing, and the state give you $6 a year.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So you got people that never had nothing during the course of their time. Now they get to buy them some suits, buy them some coffee, whatever they want.
Deodorant and shit.
But right now, y'all got people down in prison. If you know prison, if you even know any organizations I heard, donate socks, lotions, soaps, all that stuff. Little Debbie's, all the stuff, man. I'm talking about y'all just don't know what they do to a person's heart now. I'm talking about, and do anyone of y'all want to speak about how it is in prison to you around Christmas time? Because we didn't spend many Christmas.
Bro,
It ain't nothing like a guy next to you
it's-
telling
hey,
you Merry Christmas.
Like it's hard at the same time but like you got guys like y'all that when I did time, it's like, man, don't even worry about this Christmas, man. We're gonna throw a spread. We're gonna sit
You
down.
don't
We're gonna watch
feel it.
basketball. We're gonna watch football. This is my family. In a lot of ways, y'all know more about me than some of my brothers know about me.
And
You know what I'm
that's how
saying?
it
And that's just reality. Cause you do so much time together. You know what I'm saying? You become bonded to the point to where it ain't no breaking that. You know what I'm saying? And around Christmas time, man, we used to go down. When we was at Newport, Sister Mary Harris, she gonna come through. You know what I'm saying? She gonna come through. She gonna make you smile. You know what I'm saying? You sitting up in your room, you like, damn, man, it's Christmas. My family out there doing that. You can't fully focus on that because you still got time to do after Christmas. You know what I'm saying? It's right back to host squad or wherever you're working. You know what I'm saying? It's back to the basics when Christmas over with. So you really just never get an opportunity to just be down about it. You know what I'm saying?
Right, why I say I never was just, I mean, you know, you're gonna be kind of down a little bit, but you know, me and Christmas, you know, I'm trying to make sure I smile at Christmas. You know what I'm saying? If you can kind of understand what I'm saying, I'm trying to be politically correct with this. But yeah, I'm thinking about it way before Christmas, and I'm trying to make sure I'm smiling at Christmas. You know what I'm talking about?
Tell him the truth, Trey. Well, I'm gonna tell him since you don't
I'm
want
trying to
tell
make
him.
it happen for Christmas. You know what I'm saying? It's
Since
finna go
Trey-
down for
No,
Christmas for me. So you know what I'm saying?
I'm gonna tell him.
Yeah,
Since Trey don't
yeah,
want to tell y'all,
you know, I'm
gonna go and tell y'all.
I'm gonna try to make it
Cause
happen for the family.
did
We
time
all
with
trying to
y'all.
make it happen.
We
Trying to make the
tryna-
fellas
this is what
smile.
we
You
tryna
hear
do.
me?
The only
Yeah,
thing we worry about come Christmas time,
it.
and this the truth,
Yeah, you're
is a sack of weed.
That's it.
It's as simple as that. Whoever gonna get this, if Trey get that sack and that sack don't come from me, boy, hey Trey, boy, hit me like a hammer, baby. I got you. We trying to get high because
we gonna
that's
put it
how
out.
that's
We
really how
coping.
we do our time. That was our coping mechanism.
get
You
high,
know what
make
I'm
a
saying?
spread.
We gonna set back. We gonna spread. Man, it's so crazy.
Drink a little.
Drink a little bit of
Drink a
booze,
little,
you
smoke
know
a
what I'm
little,
saying?
yeah,
We're gonna
that's
smoke
it.
some weed and then
Yeah.
we're gonna go play dominoes, then
Sneak
we're
on
gonna
the
pass
phone.
out in the room, you know, you're gonna go hide and get in the room, get on your cell phone. It's all shit that is against the rules of prison, but damn, how I get there.
My thing is this, man.
You know what I'm saying?
What you said about the brothers, man. You know me. I'm a firm believer, man. Sometimes, man, you find a person, man, that's closer than your real brother, that become your brother. I have met guys in prison, man, that's tight than some of my brothers. Like my front brothers that come out my mama womb. I got brothers on the street that's been locked up with me, man, that we have a bond tighter than some of my own blood brothers. You know what I'm saying? So, man, it was like you had some real dudes there, man, that really showed you some real love, man, to the point where, man, I got your back, you got my back. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna do this. We're gonna some betray, some stay real. You know what I'm saying? But we all know that in the course of time, if you ain't real, it's gonna show.
Guaranteed.
You know, I know for a fact, man, it's crazy. So if you is real and you listening right now, man, stay real. Cause I done seen dudes, man, be real for 25 to 30 years, man, just turn to a sour grape. I'm talking about just get out here, man, and do shit, man, that a man with real morals and principles just don't do. You know what I'm saying? I would never entrap none of my brothers in prison. If I got caught up in any type of trouble, I'm going to do my own time. I'm not telling on nobody. When I get caught up with the police, they already know. Just lock him up. If you ain't charging me, lock me up. 'Cause I would never send no brother to prison and take him away from his family and kids because I got caught up doing something, even though we might was together. It ain't on them. That's on me. You know what I'm saying? I got partners doing time now, 20 years in prison. Cause a nigga told on them. You think I'm cool with that? Cause I went to federal prison cause a nigga told on me? But one thing I know, man, wrongdoers will not accomplish what they set out to do. Some of them get caught up and it'll be real bad for them at times. You know what I'm saying? So, man, it's good to have a real brother around you, man, that you know that's solid, that's been solid for you for 20 years, and he's still doing the same thing, and he's still keeping his morals and principles intact, you know what I'm saying? Because everybody don't do that, man. So brothers, beware
Yeah, for real. Especially
of the
being
people that
out
you
here.
be around, man, and question
You know
the
what I'm
people and
saying?
places and things that you go around, because it might not be where you need, that might be a place that you might not need to be at. Or that might not be the individual you need to be around. So you got to question these things and know who you're around, because everybody ain't your brother, man, and everybody ain't your friend.
You gotta watch your surroundings.
Man, I'm
watch
telling
the
you, man.
Place around you, surroundings like you said.
Yeah.
First, I want to speak on Christmas in prison. That's the most funniest, peaceful, hyper, quiet but loud time in prison to me.
You know what?
Like
It
he
is
said-
funny. I was thinking, I'm like, man, how is it funny? Well, you right, boy.
I'm finna break it down to you. I hope I don't offend nobody. See, because you got people gonna come all out of character and from behind they mask and they disguises. You gonna have the Muslims saying amen to the people when they get them they sack and they socks. Now, they ain't no Muslim today now. You got the people that don't believe in God, gonna be the first one, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, you got that. Then you got, hey man, who trying to sell they socks? But see, everybody happy. You know what I'm saying? You got some people already sold their socks for a cigarette.
Hey, I'm getting it all. I've been one year, man, at Wrightville, man, they gave us, man, I know, you know, the miniature Snickers. I know they gave every inmate over 300 miniature Snickers. So, bro, you talking about gambling, I'm talking about you got to do probably shoot a Snicker to the trail. Let me see, what was gambling? I'm talking about, and you, man, bet 20. I'm talking about, man, boy, you got dude with soap, man, got Snicker for years, man, everybody teeth black. I'm talking about, you got dudes gambling, let me see. Seeing who can throw something closer to the wall. Man, bet 20, man. I got a side bet 40. You know what I'm talking about? Man, boy, you talking about funny stuff. You ain't tripping. Everybody happy. Everybody finna win a lot of Snickers, man. Finna eat good. Then, you know, you got people like us that just kind of had a good due to our support system, and it don't even matter.
Yeah, right. It really don't matter.
You know what I'm saying? So you always, I'm buying your hygiene though.
Right, I want the hygiene. Come on with
you know,
that. Come on with
y'all
that
keep
soap
the
that I.
sock
Come on with that soap that I can't go buy from the
Yeah,
store.
come on with all that different stuff. But you right. It was
Hey,
so
can I
funny
speak
time.
on what Big Bro said about real nigga? He said if you're a
on
real
cab
nigga.
driving.
Now this fish smelling stuff.
Funny looking
Hey,
at that
check this out. This a real nigga quiz. Just because you got a gun, you close your eyes and shot Pookie, that don't make you no real nigga. Just because you been selling dope for 10 years and you still stay with your mama and you ain't got no car, you gotta call somebody to come get you to make a play, that ain't no real nigga. If you not making no kind of moves on the streets to help yourself and uplift somebody else, you ain't no real nigga. If you not trying to make your surroundings better than what it is, that ain't no real nigga. If you ain't going to work like he doing, if you ain't trying to make sure your family's straight, if you ain't doing what this brother here doing, trying to reach out and educate, if you ain't doing what this brother doing, stopping their whole routine, their everyday life to come be a part of something to make it better, you ain't no real nigga. So just because you got on some skinny jeans, you got $200 that a fat girl probably gave you, because ain't no telling what you did. You see what I'm saying? You got a sack of weed, you got some Amsterdam that he left in the car when he picked you up to go make you take a play. You ain't no real nigga. Get your concept of a real nigga. Because every real nigga I know, they snitching. Now, it's the difference between a real nigga and a stand-up guy and a man. See, a real nigga, if you want to be a real nigga, I don't have to tell you you're a real nigga. When I met De Niro, when I met Vita, automatic, their character, their personality, the way they carry themselves, they don't change for nobody. I'm already gonna say, man, that's a real nigga. Oppositions. I used to be able to go and get something out of this box without even saying, hey man, let me get this, man, go on get it. See, that's real. That's, you know what I'm saying?
Some suits too, man. You see over some suits. I was gonna change it over a little bit though. Somebody wanna know what are each, you know what I'm saying, what are each one of us doing right now outside of prison right now? Because we talking a lot about prison, but people want to know right now, what are we doing outside of prison to be more constructive, not to ourselves, but our community as a whole. And, you know, not just being a detriment to society. What are we doing right now?
I think mine a little longer. You want me to go answer first?
I'm just saying, man.
I go first. Well, shit. First of all, when I got out of prison, I went and got my barber license. Then I started being, I was working at Maybelline, left there, started doing head maintenance over there at McDonald's, and that's what I've been doing the whole time. But as of right now, because I only been out 3 years, I'm trying to build those bonds with my family that was broken when I went to prison. When I went to prison, all my little brothers and sisters, they was small. I get out of prison, everybody grown, everybody got their own life. They got small kids. I gotta build there first, you know what I'm saying? It's heartbreaking to get out and you got a niece or you got a nephew and they don't know who you is. They know, well, that's my Uncle Dexter, but they don't know who their Uncle Dexter is. So I gotta start there. Once I build from there, then I start branching out into more things to help my community, but my family come first, above anything.
Do you think prison help? Not saying that you gotta go there in order to be that person, but do you think going to prison help make you a better person to cope with your nieces and nephews and your family now? Even being more temperament?
In a sense, yeah, because when a dude was out there doing whatever they was doing, the dude was selfish.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? All the things that led a person into going to prison is a selfish act. You know what I'm saying? You ain't thinking about nobody else but what you're doing at the time. Then when you get jammed up and you go to prison, it set your ass down for a while. It set me down for 22 years. So you got 22 years to think like, damn, well, this is what I was doing. This is how I was thinking. These were my characteristics. It don't take no class. They can't teach. It's not a class that they teach that make you actually look at yourself. Because you only taking the classes in order for it to look good for the parole board. SATP, thinking errors, all those classes that they tell you that you should take before you go up for the parole board, the only reason you're taking them is to go up for the parole board, to make it look good in your jacket. And they don't care because you will go there, be 15 years without a disciplinary, go there and then you done did 21 years, which was under the 70% of 30 years. That's what you're supposed to do. And then you still go there and they tell you, you got a year denial. You know what I'm saying? So change come within self. Prison don't change nobody. Prison warehouse you, set you down for a minute. Everything that's in the street is in prison. It's just in one building, surrounded by a fence. All the drama, all the chaos, all the ill-fated feelings, all that is inside of prison. It's on your mind of whether you want to get away from that or not. And at some point in doing that time, you got to get away from it. Because like you say, all of us have people that care about us out here in the streets. So your mind can't fully be in prison. You got to think about all the stuff that's happening out there in the streets.
Prison was the best thing that ever happened to me.
Well, I'm going to say this here. What we're doing right now in society, me, myself, man, it's like I wish that I knew what I knew right now back then. But, you know, old man told me that now's the time for you to know what you know now. What I'm doing right now in society, man, it keep me so busy and occupied, man. It's not even enough time in a day for me to get done what I do. I got my own clothing line now. You know what I'm saying? I sell food. You know what I'm saying? I make music. You know what I'm saying? I sell beef links. I sell burgers. I sell baby back ribs. I sell turkey legs. You know what I'm saying? I do this every day if it ain't raining.
I mean, is it the type of way people can contact you?
Oh yeah, I got my business card and everything. You know, you can always catch me on 24th and Pike, right by Big D Liquor Store. I'm right there when they get drunk and they get to smoking and they get home, I'm right there to serve them. And I'm there from 11:45 to like 9 or 10 at night.
So y'all already know, support them. Y'all want something to eat.
I'm getting it. You know what I'm saying? And I sell clothes, I sell hoodies. And there's some more cold days to come. So I got hoodies for you, all colors. I do that. This is the type of stuff I do that's productive, that keep me busy, that keep me focused. And, you know, I look at it now, how easy it is to generate money, man, off something so small, but you can make a lot of money off of it. You know what I'm saying? If we had the mindset we had now back then, man, we all be millionaires. We supposed to been rich. You know, so that's what I'm doing in society right now.
Well, I'm the co-founder of a youth program called BCFB. It started out getting the organizations together. It's a red bandana, a sea blue bandana, you know. That was our form of bringing them together through the sports. Then I changed the name from Bloods, Crips, and Folks to Better Community and Family Values. I'm the co-founder and program director. Then I'm the founder of Truth. It means to reach you takes help. Earlier I said a statement, prison is the best thing that happened to me. If I had not went to prison this last time, I would not be a mentor and a motivational speaker. I would not have crossed paths with wise guys like these gentlemen here to give me an extra tool to put in my tool belt. You know, before this virus, I was teaching a class at the Job Corps, teaching a class at the Alexander Juvenile. One thing about, I can only speak for myself, I get in the trenches. Instead of just sitting back talking about these kids clowning and all that, I'm gonna get out there. But you asked the question, I really wanna kinda ask you, why did you ask us what are we doing in the community? Now we have told you, my question is, what are you gonna do to support what everybody else up here do? That go for not just you, but for everybody.
thank you for waiting. And remember to comment, subscribe, like, and share. And if you want to be on the show and get any questions, 501-551-8489. That's the number to call. And we're going to finish back with this question here. Treyo want to elaborate on what he's doing right now outside of prison.
Well, what I'm doing right now outside of prison, like I said, after doing 23 years in prison, I got out on a Monday. So the next Monday, I went to work. I was fortunate to have a job already waiting for me when I got out. So that was my mindset the whole time I was doing prison. It wasn't about how I was going to do prison, about what I was going to do when I got out of prison, because I knew I couldn't go back to prison after doing 23 straight years. You know what I'm saying? I couldn't do no more 5 years, no more 2 years, none of that. So that's what I've been doing for the last 3 years. I've been out, I've been working, I've been fortunate to travel with my job, you know, New Mexico, little spots like that, Houston, just working. And then like far as for the community, I have had a chance to do a little mentoring. I think the Fathers of Faith had something going on. We was able to go back up there and talk about the people that was in prison. You know what I'm saying? The guys that we had knew that had been in prison. I think guys that was on here like Al J, that you know already had on the show, that had been on there. We all had went and talked about a person that we knew in prison that we had did time with, and just letting them know that them guys just need a chance. They like us. They just haven't had a chance to get out here and show that they can be productive citizens. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I'm doing, and just taking it one day at a time, being with my family, and just being blessed and enjoying my life out here as a free man.
You look like you enjoying it as a free man. Hey, check this out, y'all. You know what I'm saying? That question come to me because what you just spoke about. But after dudes like us and did time and the people that's coming behind us, men and female, what type of advice could y'all get them? Like even job-wise. Like for instance, I talked to a guy one day, he told me, and I talked to Tempo. And Tempo, Lil Tempo. Lil Tempo told me, man, when I get out, man, my auntie, she the manager at Wendy's. I said, nigga, Wendy's? I said, man, all the skills we done acquired enough? You talking about Wendy's? I said, no, sir, boy, I'm talking about, I can get a dude's game, get out. If you don't go to truck driving school, get on construction. Because construction, bro, look, man, when I get out, I was working on construction, building them bridges and freeways in North Little Rock, in Jacksonville. Bro, I'm talking about the easiest one in the world because, you know, at that time I was a laborer, but at the same time, I'm not just getting a job just to be a laborer. I want to learn how to drive that machine, do this. I want to, you know, I'm not just going to be out here and be hey, go do this. But I'm sitting here and, bro, it's just like Whole Squad. We out here the same time we outside in Whole Squad, but I can sit down, you know, sometimes and stuff like that. But this what made me smile here. When I'm knowing early in the morning, we sitting here, you know, in Whole Squad, we got all these hoes, you got all these instruments, but when we face right here with this task, this will you just make my soul smile. We faced with this task. We standing in front of this, what we finna do today. And I just smile, knowing that somewhere a tractor finna come. We ain't gotta use all our strength. You know, mess up your body parts and all that to move this. Machines finna come do that out here.
They
So
actually got the machines that like they're supposed to have
for sure.
to come out here and we're not doing it manually.
We was the machine. We was the machine. We overworked now. You know what I'm saying?
Free labor.
Well,
Free labor.
Free labor.
That's all it is, man.
Me telling the guys that like maybe locked up right now or somebody that's trying to get out, only thing I'm trying to tell them is, like I said, if I have a chance to talk to a person that's locked up, tell them, hey, first of all, try to visualize what you want to see yourself out here doing, for one. Two, don't think you're going to come out here and it's going to happen overnight, because the easiest thing you're doing right now is laying on the rack saying what you're going to do. Three, you got to know how to come out here and take adversity, take hardship, take that it might not go your way and it might not happen when you want it to happen. But see, this is the model that I kind of use right here, though. My mindset is like this. See, when we was in the game, we never gave up. So whatever you was doing in the game, whether you was selling dope, robbing, whatever, you never said, man, it's over with. You're going to stay down with the game. So if you was robbing, you're going to stay in the cut and look a little bit longer. And if you was trying to get that pack, you're going to try to go out a little bit farther to get that work. So out here, you got to do the same thing. You just got to stay down with whatever you're trying to do. Stay focused. Learn how to manage your money. You ain't got dope money no more. You can't go blow it. You got to work. You know what I'm saying? You got bills now. We are grown. We're not teenagers no more. So it's kind of 1, 2, 3, but you can make it 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8 if you don't take the steps.
I'm gonna say something.
You should have made a commercial out of that. Man, this on everything. I mean, like, you know, when I got in the working field, man, I didn't know it was that easy to get a job.
Man.
I mean, it's like the job. It's like basketball or whatever you do. Whatever you do, and you stay at it, you get good at it.
You're gonna get good at it.
Man, when I was out here looking for a job was coming so much that I might have a job today. I got 3 options tomorrow.
See what I'm saying?
Right. Like, do I need to stay on the job?
Or do I go to the next one?
So I'm gonna go where the money is. You know what I'm saying? So you always can advance. This for the brothers that's just got out and the people that's still locked up. Man, it's so easy to get a job out here. Now the pandemic have changed the way things operate in life right now. But at the same time, there's still people out here working. There's still jobs available. It's just limited right now. You know what I'm saying? But before this pandemic hit, man, it wasn't nowhere I couldn't get a job at because like De Niro said, man, we got skills. I know how to drive heavy equipment. You know what I'm saying? It's a lot of things I know how to do. But I'm gonna tell you this, if you got the opportunity to work for yourself, man, because right now is the best time to start working for yourself. You know what I'm saying? Because to me, it's like Black Wall Street now. That's what if you just look at society now, man, everybody is buying from each other now. Because it's so messed up in society now, man, as far as food, clothes, hair products, everything, man. That stuff is selling so much now because it's a slow process of shipment of things you can get now. So when you get it, whatever you're doing, get bundles of it. And just do your thing, man. But it's a lot of ways to get paid out here, man, productively, the right way. You ain't got to do it the wrong way.
My whole thing is this here. Man, you got to start somewhere. It don't make a difference where you started. You always got to look at where you're going. But like Treo say, you got to be able to think that before you can actually apply it. You may have to take this simple job in order to get the next job opportunity for the bigger and better money. Right. Dudes want to get out here and they don't want the simple job, they want the big opportunity. You know what I'm saying? And that's where things get clouded, muddied, you know what I'm saying? Well, I'm gonna go on for the big opportunity, they get shut down, they revert back to the same thing. No, start small, work your way up, and then when you get to the big job, respect where you all the hard work you done did, you know what I'm saying, is finally paying off. Right. You know what I'm saying? I don't ask nobody for nothing. I live on my own. I pay my own bills. I go wherever I want to go. Remember, I sent you the picture when me and my daddy was at Denver at the NFL game. You know what I'm saying? Just off of wham, for no reason. Daddy, let's go watch the Bronco game because I'm a Bronco fan. Right. I can do that now because I started small. And I always thought, well, damn, shit, I ain't had nothing in prison, so shit, while I'm out in the street, I ain't got, Dexter, you got hell? No, I'm broke.
Speaking of Denver, do y'all think, was sports a big factor of y'all doing y'all time? Do y'all think of sports?
Your time is surrounded by sports.
For sure.
You know what I'm saying? You
got 3 months for football.
Boy, for real.
3 months for basketball. I mean, that's half a year going right there. You know what I'm saying?
Bro, you got all the sports tailor your whole year. Christmas time, basketball season kicked out. We shooting basketball. We in the gym playing basketball.
Can you
NFL
play basketball?
Come on, man. Now you go with that nonsense. Now you go with that nonsense.
This is a question for all of us. I just want to ask y'all a question. I mean, for yourself, I know your first time doing prison, you did a whole sketch, right, the first time. Versus somebody coming up doing 2, 3 years or 4 years. You did all that time, so that's why you got out and you couldn't play. You had to take it serious, because the first rip, you did a whole stretch, like Treo. You did a whole stretch. That's why y'all perception about life is different. Now versus me, I'm speaking for myself. And I feel like this go to a lot of young cats or people that go down and do time. When you do 2, 3 years or 4 or 5, like you said, ain't no time. That was time that they came down and did everything under the sun they did in the street. And then the time was so easy and it was so different back then. You get out so fast. So you didn't learn nothing. You didn't take it serious because you didn't experience nothing. But when you got to sit there 18, 22, 21, 22, it's a different pattern, man. It changes things. It make you look at shit different, you know what I'm saying? Because you actually seeing people are getting old and dying in this motherfucker. Versus you got a chance now to be out here. Look how you look what you're doing now. You're not just doing this right here, but you got many things you do. You know why? Because you see the opportunities. You see how you was once in this position, but now you're in this position. You ain't out there to work for the white man and get paid $6 a year when he done made $1 million off your back. You know what I'm saying? You ain't out there working on farm and Commons where we got them doing their vegetables and their products, and they selling this shit right here at the VPU vegetable process. They got audits coming this motherfucker to look at how we working and processing their vegetables and how they get it so they'll buy it. We making millions of dollars for these folks, but you get $6 at the end of the year. That's enough to get you a couple envelopes and some soap. And you couldn't even buy no food with it. You couldn't buy number hygiene products with it.
But see, what's crazy about that is My folks send me money. I go to the store and they tax the money that my folks sent me. You see what I'm saying?
You can't even file tax.
And I can't even file taxes. They can't even file me on their taxes.
And we're gonna ask. We're gonna try to end this segment here with speaking about the community, because y'all see, and I know a lot of y'all have a good judge of character. So I'm knowing that y'all can kind of discern, even through the screen, the people up here heart. Because just because we went down a journey, we don't let our history determine our destiny. So we ask that y'all don't either. But at the same time, every week we're gonna have we all are mentors. Not just to our family, but to your families too, because like I said last segment, they already got us. We are relegated to a number right now. So we need your help, the community help. Anybody you need your people spoke to, you need us to be the face of whatever you got going. We trustworthy. We done learned our lesson, and we're trying to keep your nieces and nephews, your aunties and uncles from going down that route. So anybody want to help, you want to help us out in any type of way, just reach out and, link up with us. You know what I'm saying? If you got anybody in particular you want, just hit us up, and, we'll definitely contact them for you. But if y'all want to speak on about what you think that the community can do to not just help us, but the brothers and sisters that's coming out behind us that have done numerous years just like we have. You know what I'm saying? If y'all don't mind elaborate on that.
Well, I ran into a female, man. She gave me a business card and it was saying like it's like reentry program, like helping people readjust back to society that's been locked up a long time. You know what I'm saying? Find them a place to stay, find them a job. You know what I'm saying? And so forth. But it's just that you got to take the initiative to get out here and see for yourself what's really going on in society. But I feel like the narrow man. It's a lot of programs that people should be having, man, for people like that, because everybody that get out of prison, man, ain't trying to go back. You know what I'm saying? And everybody don't have a strong support system. And it sometimes take that for a lot of people to stay out because, like I said, everybody is not strong enough to endure what we have endured and get out here and be able to make it. You know what I'm saying? They not, bro, because that support system play a big part in that, man. Because you got to think about it. Some people get depressed or can't take it or feel like, damn, man, ain't nobody help me. Man, some people give up on themselves, man. That's why I said we blessed, bro, to be able to be where we are right now, because guess what? Not only are we blessed, but, man, God gave each and every one of us a certain type of strength, man, to endure what we endured. Man, a lot of people, the average person can't even do 23 years in prison without breaking down. We done seen that and how they look.
I was in Hot Springs one day. Y'all know they're about an hour from here. And one of our guys, he did time with us. I'm talking about he did 23 years. He called me. I'm in Hot Springs. I answered the phone. He said, say, bro, you come take me home? I said, where you at? He said, I'm in North Little Rock at Walmart. I said, don't you live in North Little Rock? He was like, yeah. I'm like, man, I'm in Hot Springs. He like, well, I'll wait for you. I said, you'll wait? I'm like, dang, I know that sound funny. Because real, I'm like, man, I'm thinking here, like, well, I found somebody else. But he said, I'll wait, hold up. I'm an hour away and you will wait for me to come to North Little Rock to take you somewhere in North Little Rock. I said, where you at right now? He said, I'm on a Walmart on the side of a pop machine, sitting on the side of a pop machine. I said, what? I said, man, here I come, man. I left Hot Springs. I went down there and, I had, at the time, my child's mother's son on the passenger side. So we, I bought him some chicken and stuff like that. We had a lot of little snacks. I keep snacks in cases like I had all them pops in the pen. I still keep all them pops and stuff out here. Just don't drink them like that, but I keep them. But so when I picked them up, I said, say, bro, hey man, some chicken back there. If you want to eat something, man. Y'all said, man, get you a couple of pieces of chicken out there. Get you a pop out the cooler and stuff like that. Cool. So I'm finna drop him off at the house. He said, say, man, don't laugh at me, man, when I drop out in front of the house. He said, I said, man, come on, cut that out. So anyway, he telling me where to go. I'm driving. So when I make it in front of his house, bro, he said, right here. I said, where? He said, right there. I said, man, right here? He like, yeah. I said, man, put that on something, man. He said, that's on trays. I said, dang. Bro, my heart, bro. I'm talking about, I said, say, man, let me get, I said, man, get everything in my truck that's edible. Period, out of her. I gave him all my pops, all the bottles of water, gave him all my chicken, you know what I'm saying? And, that was some good chicken, you know what I'm saying? I gave him all my chicken, I gave him everything in the edible, but they need the support. I'm talking about a dilapidated house, man. It was a board on there and everything. He said his girlfriend is in there waiting on him right now. I'm like, dang, bro, get everything. Man, get all the paper towels, everything out of here. But that support system got to be in place, man.
Yeah, man.
Like,
I do,
like
man.
when I got out, it's so crazy, bro. Cause I went in, I was 17.
Hold on. And then he told it was dope. You know, I kind of got mad. He said, bro, he called one day. He said, bro, I think I want to go back to prison.
No,
What?
sir.
I'm talking about, what? I'm talking about, bro, that support system. He like, bro, I was better in there. He was better off in there. I'm like, dang.
That's cold, that man.
For real.
Yeah, bro. Bro, I try to give me everything possible can have.
But see, that's reality though. Reality is some people, it's like that. For me, it wasn't like that. You know what I'm saying? When I got out, my family was right there. Everything I need. Hey, Dexter, this what you gotta do. This what you gotta go. You gotta go here. You gotta do this. But at the same time, I'm lost. You know what I'm saying? Like, I've never paid a light bill before. When I went to prison, you had to open the doors up. I get out, you walk to the store, the motherfuckers open up on their own. This is a big adjustment for me. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, damn, man, how do I do all this? And I'll never forget it, bro. I was sitting in my mama's house, and I was sitting there, and I was in the back room, and I was just thinking to myself, like, damn, it's a whole lot, you know what I'm saying, to be free. And my mama come back there, and I was like, I was so caught up on society look at me this way. You know what I'm saying? And so when I told her, I was like, Mom, I'm like, man, it's kind of hard because I feel like society ain't gonna give me an opportunity. You know what I'm saying? I wanna be a barber, I'm not gonna be able to be a barber. You know what I'm saying? What am I gonna do? So man, my mama looked at me and she was like, Dexter, man, society don't give a damn about you. She like, if they didn't care about these kids out here getting killed, you know what I'm saying? Babies, you know what I'm saying, getting killed. What makes you think they got time to worry about you? And that refocused me. And then it refocused me, but it also made me think like, damn, society really is messed up. You know what I'm saying? People don't get the right opportunities when they come out of prison. They just come out of prison, and a lot of people don't know. We didn't know how to be grown. We didn't know how to go about living a productive life because we never did that. If we didn't have the support that we had coming out, ain't no telling how we would have reacted. You know what I'm saying? Ain't no telling what we would have reverted back to. Ain't no telling what we would have done.
That's why I said, man, we blessed, man, in so many ways, man, because, man, I can speak for myself, man. It's like the time I did, I be around people, some people, man, they'll never know you was locked up unless you told them. Yeah, I done had people I'll be around them like, I done had females. We are preserved for the reserve. Don't get it twisted. And I was with this female one day, and she like, I said, you know, I just did 14 years in prison. She's like, I said, but you would never know that if I didn't tell you. And she said, you about 27 years old. This was before I went to the Fed. But it just goes to show you, man, when you locked up in there, man, we not out here on drugs and doing all this type of stuff. Oh man.
Hey, check it out. Hey, for real though, De Niro. Check this out, for real. That brother that said this from me dealing with the youth that I done dealt with, the support system that I had since I've been speaking and mentoring. That statement was a sign of maturityness. Because he really was reaching out. He was asking you for some help. A lot of our problem is when we get out of prison, our pride won't say, hey man, I need some help. But while we're in prison, we're allowed to the guard to go all the way down there to get a small sack about like that, to split with 6 people. We'll go down there to lie for this and this here, you know what I'm saying? But we won't come and tell the same man that would have gave me a soup, say, man, you know somebody hiring. You got some old shirts, man. You got some old, you know what I'm saying? Because when I got out, especially after doing a PV, I told De Niro, I said, man, if you got some clothes before you throw them away, let me get them. If I can't fit them, I'm going to save them for somebody else, you know what I'm saying? A lot of us scared of, a lot of people don't want to let go of their pride. Because, you know, when you get in prison, you conform to a different mentality. Then don't read one of them Donald Goin books. Every time she looking at me, oh, she want me, man.
Hey,
the mind frame.
I ain't gonna even put my guy out there, man. When he said that about dude go down the highway, I ain't gonna even say his name. He ain't here with us though. But check this out. I done seen him come to the door on certain days because he usually keep the issue himself. But I seen him come down the hall, he have his paper rolled in his hand like he really trying to do something. I ain't gonna call his name, but he be like, He's standing at the door. What's up, V? Y'all got some up in there? Yeah, man, we got some in there. Hey, man, check out that law work, man. You know what I'm saying? See if I got that typed up for you right. But he don't really come out like that. But when I know when he coming, he got that paper in his hand. He got some. He trying to get that and get on back down.
Get on back down.
I think the 23 years Trey over locked up, he probably stayed high probably like 20.
I'm telling you, that's what I'm talking about. Trey came down there like that before, but it's every blue moon he might come out. Cause like I said, he always kept what he needed. But if he ain't got it, you see him with that paper and he moving, he trying to go and get it with that thing, get on back where he need to go. Yeah.
Get on out the way.
Well, you got anything?
Like I said, I just think, like I said, as far as the community, you know what I'm saying, they just gotta, you know what I'm saying, don't just think the guys coming out of prison don't need help. A guy, like you say, a lot of people don't have that family support. Really, over half of people in prison probably don't have that support that they need coming out. You'll be surprised at many people who's waiting to go home but can't go home because they gotta wait on the halfway house.
Hey, I was speaking on that one day. Most black people that's paroling out, I'm gonna say, and I can't tell you where I get the ratio from, but I'm gonna say 97% of black that parole out ain't paroling to a house our family own.
You see what I'm saying? So, you know, that the community just gotta, you know what I'm saying, let's get some programs out here so guys can come to and maybe get the skills, or maybe a guy who done did a lot of time, like he was saying, you know what I'm saying, who maybe just need to get back readjusted mentally in society to know that, hey, it ain't 1995 or 94 or when we left. It's 2000 finna be 21, you know what I'm saying? So, you know, the community just gotta not just community, but get on the ADC. They need to get programs down there. Like me, I did 23 years, right? I couldn't go to a program until I did about 21 years.
That's
So what you think I'm supposed to do?
Do all the time, and we can't take a program because we got too
What
much
you
time
think I'm
left.
supposed to do sitting up in there for 20-something years? I gotta use my mind the best way I can and think of it. Huh?
But
Talk to
then
me.
you get ready to get out, they want to send you the pre-release
Right.
and make you do this, stipulate
You know
this
what
on
I'm
you. They want to
saying?
stipulate this
Yeah.
program on you.
You can't
to make you stay
cram.
longer.
You can't cram somebody who did 20-some years into 6 months and saying, hey,
You gonna go out there and do it.
this is what's going on now. You know what I'm saying? You can't, because, you know, a person been doing 20-some years. I'm not saying as far as me, because I was able to still be in touch with society. You know, I wasn't just lost, I was able, but a guy that maybe not, he really might even not even be really, it might not ain't dawned on him yet that I'm finna go home in a year. You know what I'm saying? You never know where it's mentally at. So you got to get them programs in prison that these guys is doing time. And there's really, it's so many talented guys in prison, got so many skills. So many skills. We just had got off into other stuff. We ain't never been able to show our skills. So, you know, you got to get some programs and, you know, really rehabilitate.
That's real too.
My biggest thing is don't be so quick. Society, don't be so quick to judge a dude coming out of prison. You know what I'm saying? Because all right, it's cool for you to judge me because I basically don't give a fuck, honestly. You know what I'm saying? I know that I'm not going back to prison, so I know that I'm gonna do everything right. So I don't even care about you looking at me like, oh yeah, I'm waiting on him to go back. Shit, you'll be waiting. You'll die waiting on me to go back. You know what I'm saying? But everybody don't have that mentality. Everybody, you know what I'm saying, they get out of prison, they not built to deal with that. You know what I'm saying? So they need something else. You know what I'm saying? They don't need somebody pointing at them. They need somebody holding their hand out. You know what I'm saying? Like, hey man, look, you know what I'm saying?
You know, get a little bit more
not a
extra,
whole lot,
you know
just a
what I'm
little.
saying? We all different.
Be a little
We
bit
all
more
got our own
patient
struggles.
with that person. You know what I'm saying? Because in reality, a lot of people don't have what I had when I got out.
And you know the cool part about it is, if anybody, man, I want to say this before we wrap it up. Man, if you know, so we all got out of prison, we had to crawl or had to get in position. So maybe you know somebody, you run to a brother, man, that's just getting out, man, if you can help him, man. It's the thought that counts. The little thing ain't about nothing major. The man might need a shirt. The man might need to be pointed in the right direction. That's what we don't do as brothers. Like my guy said, brother said, everybody said they're real, but a real man, that's what he gonna do, hey brother. I know you just getting out, man. Here you go, man. Dudes ain't doing that. You know what I'm saying? You gotta help me, bro. You was just in the same predicament he was in.
Exactly.
You had to come out that door too, just like him, and you had to wonder what you finna face. So if you out here in society, now you in a position to help somebody, and you know a brother's finna get out, man, you ain't got to know him. You ain't got to been done time. He ain't got to eat out your box. But he was in the same environment you was in. So it's the struggle, man. Man, help that dude. Hey, bro, they got jobs over here, man. You know what I'm saying? At this temporary spot, but they hiring them job, man. You know what I'm saying? Hey, man, if you need a ride, know what I'm saying? I might help you, know what I'm saying, from time to time, get you back and forth to work till you get your own whip. People ain't doing that, bro.
The city of Little Rock hire felons. You can get a job faster at the city of Little Rock with a felon faster than you can without a felon. A lot of people don't know that.
Well, this concludes another episode of Prison Chronicles. Thank you for tuning in. Remember to push the like and subscribe button. And if you want to hit us up at 501-551-8489. Remember, we not letting our history determine our destiny, and you don't either. Real Book Publications, baby.